Hey there everyone. This video is going to show you how to use the Pexip software for instruction. The very first rule of thumb is that you have to use Google Chrome and only Chrome. So I'm going to go ahead and copy my Pexip conference URL from the email to my browser page. Go ahead and hit enter. Now you might see this little warning, this connection is not private, and that's fine. This is a trusted site, so we can go ahead and continue. To do so, right over below this big scary red padlock is a checkbox, and below the checkbox is this little link called Advanced. So go ahead and click on Advanced, and that's going to say the server, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead here to proceed. So I'm going to go ahead and click this link to proceed to the site. And now we're going to enter in our conference alias or URI, which we've emailed you, and then your name. So I'm going to go Don the instructor, and then go ahead and connect. Now the PIN number, we also gave you the PIN number in the email, so go ahead and do the PIN number now, and then hit connect once more. And now this is the Pexip interface. It's very clean, very simple. Over in this area on the top left is the participant list. So everybody in the conference with you is going to be appearing in this list. And here we can see myself at the top. Below that is the chat room. So any messages that these participants give to you in chat are going to all appear down here. And you can send a message by going to the very bottom down here where it says write a message, clicking and then saying something like hello and hitting the enter key. And then there is the chat. Now to start the camera and microphone, it's super easy. You just click on the camera and microphone now button. And then what might happen though is you're going to get a little warning up here in the top saying this application is trying to access your webcam. Do you want to allow it or block it? Go ahead and choose allow. And if you don't see it and you just get to this screen, perfect. You're already good to go. So here we have our microphone selection going. You can tell immediately if your microphone is working because the green dot or green bar there is going to move as you talk. If it's not moving while you're talking, use this drop down list here to choose the appropriate camera if default isn't working out for you. Like same idea for camera. So most people only have one camera, so default should usually be okay. And then for your bandwidth at the bottom, this is really important because if you're on a crappy connection, you should not be trying to go with at maximum bandwidth. That would just be stupid. So if you did a bandwidth test and you're at 700 KB or lower, I would stick to medium. If you've got a multiple meg connection and it's very powerful, you might be able to get away with maximum. But keep in mind that even if you have fast internet, you might actually have very crappy upload speed. And so the upload speed is what's going to be very important for this software. So in your bandwidth test, it's going to be the upload, not the download speed, that you should be basing this connection off of. Because you are the instructor. So you're going to be the one doing most of the broadcasting. So by default, I'm going to go here with medium and go ahead and then click on the connect button again. And I'm going to see myself in the top corner of the screen, top right. And then because I'm the only person talking, anybody who is attending this conference from a distance, who's also in the participant list here, they're going to see me on this big area right in the middle, which is, I guess, okay. To turn off your webcam or microphone at any time, go to the bottom of this window here where you have different icons. The middle icon in red is the hang up icon. That's going to actually disconnect you from the conference altogether. If you just want to disconnect your webcam, then click on this little camera icon here. If you want to just disconnect your microphone, then click on the microphone icon instead. And again, to turn this back on, simply move your mouse down to the bottom and then enable the microphone and or the webcam. And you're going to see it kick again. Now, sharing your desktop screen is just as simple. So down here in these bottom icons, next to the right of the disconnect icon, is this one called Start Presenting. So if I click on that, it's going to say, okay, select the content to present. Share your screen or an image or PDF. I'm going to go ahead and choose screen. Now, this is my first time trying to present using the Pexip software on this computer. So I have this install the extension request. I'm going to go ahead and choose install. It's going to open up a new tab up here in Google Chrome. And then I have the Pexip extension. And then this blue button over here, add to Chrome. Go ahead and click on the blue button. And then go ahead in this confirmation window, click on add. And so it has been added to Chrome. So it's very fast, very quick. So now you can go ahead and close this tab. Right now, nothing is happening because the plugin isn't quite synced yet. So I'm going to have to go ahead and close out Chrome and then re-log in. Okay, so I've closed out Chrome, I've reopened it, I've logged back in, and you're going to see that now I appear in this list twice. That's because it takes Pexip a little while to register your disconnect and reconnect. So eventually one of these duplicates is going to go away. But this is not going to impact my ability to lecture or the student's ability to see me. So now let's go back down here again and click on Start Presenting, share my screen. And so, okay, now here's this pop-up. So this extension wants to use my screen. Do I want to allow this? And the answer is yes. So click OK. And we have an option of what we can share. So I've got 3 monitors, so I can share monitor 1, monitor 2, or monitor 3. Or below that, we have different applications. So I can share an application like PowerPoint, or I can share anything else. This is awesome, except if you're trying to share a PowerPoint. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this PowerPoint application here, and click on Share. And so here within Pexip is what anybody who is a student is going to see. They're going to see this screen here. Now here's the problem. When you're in PowerPoint and you go to the slideshow mode, where the slide takes up the entire screen, the students are not going to see that full screen, because what that is an overlay. So as far as Pexip knows, you are still within the PowerPoint application itself, not in PowerPoint's overlay mode. So as you're clicking on slides, no one's going to have any idea what you're doing. But if we come into PowerPoint here, and I click on the slide, you can see how the slide is changed as I click through it. And it's pretty fast. There's a couple second delay depending on your bandwidth, so do give them some time to not only load the slide but also to read the slide. But again, you were not seeing anything when I had it in overlay mode. So to fix that, we would instead go down here, go ahead and stop presenting, and I'm going to go ahead and restart it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Start Presenting icon again, share my screen, and then which part of the screen? Well, I have the PowerPoint here on screen 3, so I'm going to go ahead and share screen 3 here. For most of you, it's just going to be screen 1, because you only have 1 monitor, but I'm pretty hardcore, so I got 3. So there's my screen with the PowerPoint application, and it's going to take a second for the screen here to come in. And now, on my PowerPoint here in this screen, when I enter slideshow mode, let me move the slideshow over to 1. Now they're going to see it. Oh. Now they're going to see it on here, and we are good to go. So if you're going to be doing a PowerPoint, share your actual screen itself, not the PowerPoint application. For most everything else, you can share the application only. Just be aware that when you are sharing your screen, you're sharing everything you do on that screen. So if you're going to be checking your bank account information or exposing your passwords, don't do that, because they're going to see whatever you do while you are sharing your screen. So just try to be conscious of that. But yeah. Oh, and the conference ended. And if you see this screen appear all of a sudden where you lose connection and you log back in and it says waiting for a host, that's because the Pexip conference has expired, and so your course is done. All right, and last but not least, while you are doing your screencast of your PowerPoint or your screen or whatever, then turn off your webcam, because your webcam is eating up some of that bandwidth too. And you want to dedicate most of the bandwidth to your content so that your students have the clearest, sharpest image possible. Again, my name is Don, and I will see you online.